Hello and welcome to the video. A little bit of change of scenery. I have got it that my little one is not well. He got a hand, foot and mouth, so we're having to keep him off nursery, so having to stay in the house for a little bit. So please like, share and subscribe to this video. I much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing like me know you like the channel. We're going to be talking about Mike Ashley. Now Mike Ashley has come up again. And Mike Ashley always comes up with football clubs that are in trouble because he likes to get a bargain. Sheffield Wednesday right now, if it went to admin, is the perfect club Mike Ashley would get. He'd get it at a cheaper rate and he'd come in. Now, I've seen so many people turn around and say about Mike Ashley and about the Newcastle thing. Now, he has said in the past that he's learnt from his Newcastle time and he'll do things differently. The one thing he did do with Newcastle, they were sustainable. And they did this one thing that football clubs didn't do that often. And they made money. They were at one point one of the only clubs making money. And yes, that came at a kind of detriment. But right now, I think you look at what's going on with Wednesday. We need someone to come in and to stabilise the club. We need someone to come in and be able to just walk in here, take control of the club, and be able to make it stable, to be able to run as a business. Now, you got to remember, people forget football clubs are businesses. I think people forget that now. For us, it's our escapism. It's our way of having a bit of social time as well. We use it to beat the friends, family, the people who you will go to football match that you will only see at the football, like the one interaction you have with them and that's it, kind of thing. You don't see them outside of it. That's the only interaction you have. Now, Mike Ashley coming in, I got the thing where we're at the devil, you know. Right now, we kind of want anyone other than DC, which is just apparent. That is truthful. That's how it is. Now, a lot of this came up when there was talk about the stadium, because we still don't know what's going on there. It's kind of like one of those things where you look at it, is him buying the stadium his way of going, right, I'll buy the stadium, I can use that for events and charge the club rent, but then if, say, the club comes up for sale, I already own a big part of their assets, I can go in there and go, right, I've got a stadium, I will now take the club at the same time, put them both together, I own it all. Now, I don't think Mike Ashley's going to come in and take this unless he can get it cheap. And that's the bit you got at the minute. I don't think he comes in and he gets this cheap, comes in and tries to get it unless he gets it cheap. So, an admin or a way of doing a deal. Now, for me personally, I would love to get everything sorted, done and dusted, and everything gone out of DC's hands. But that's not something I can see being done very quickly. That's not something I can see being done easily because of DC having the situation that he got. Now, come 2027, I think it's 2027, 2028, let me just check my phone because it was on the BBC. All 116 clubs across the top 5 divisions of the main game in England will require to hold a license to compete from 2027 to 2028, said the regulator. So the regulator is going to come in and go, you will need an owner will need a license to do this. There is no cat in hell chance DC will get a license. By all things that are going, DC getting a license would be impossible because of the amount of hoops he would have to do. I think with the regulator, they've got to show 3 years worth of financing funding. Right now, he can't even show a month worth of funding, let alone 3 years. So, someone like Ashley, you could probably see coming in and being able to show that funding to also show that he will probably be able to get a license as well. So, come 27, 28, all clubs will need a license. Owners will need a license to own a club. Now, I'd be interested to know how you guys feel about that. I really would like to know how you lot feel about the idea as a football owner having to have a license to own the club. It's an interesting one, which I don't think I've really heard of. So let's just see there. But yeah, let me know what you think. Mike Ashley coming in, and also the potential of owners having to have a license come the 27-28 season. Something completely different and new. So would it cause other clubs to have issues? Could someone like, say, Blackburn's owner, the Venkies, would they be able to get a license? It would show more rogue ownership than good ownership, if that makes sense. I think good ownership will be like, yeah, a license, not a problem, done. Bad ownership will be like, why do I need a license? I'm fine. I don't need a license for this. So yeah, let us know what you think about in the comments. Mike Ashley and having to hold a license to run a football club.